Ooh. Yo guys, it's Pete, and in today's video, it's an explaining video basically in that, Now, I've done a few of these videos about like WhatsApp and stuff like that, and social media, but in today's video, I'm just giving you a bit of an update about school and stuff like that, and GCSEs and that, because I wasn't sure if a few of you had any questions about GCSEs, because I'm in year 11 now, going into college in the next, 6 or 7 months, I wonder if you guys had any questions with regards to me doing GCSEs and that, and I'll be answering all these in today's video. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. So basically, there's been reports over the past few years where you get YouTubers out there and they actually drop out of school like between the ages of 13 and 15 and don't actually do the GCSEs because they like doing YouTube and they get billionaire off money and that, And that tells me to myself, why do they actually want to do that when they're supposed to be educated to get a career in case YouTube ever died or something like that, Some YouTubers would say, though, that they could go back and get them, but it's not always the case. That's the thing, Like, if you're in your 20s, for example, why would you ever want to go back to school, high school in your 20s, for example, just for the sake of getting GCSEs, I don't see any point, but YouTubers decide that they want to drop out of school anyway because they get so popular and they come like a billionaire on YouTube and that. That's what's been happening for the past few years now, actually. It's not just been a recent thing. It's been happening for quite a long time now, And I thought a few of you had questions whether I would drop out of school because of depression and stuff like that, or if I would be willing enough to stay at school to continue my GCSEs and stuff like that in and complete the rest of year 11. Now, I'm going to be answering that in a moment, but yeah, that's what some YouTubers do. They don't decide to do the GCSEs at all, and they just drop out of school and don't go to college or anything. And you know what? That reminds myself, honestly, to me, in my opinion, you need school, honestly, guys, you need school. But in my opinion, and that, yeah, you just need school, basically. You need education and that, it's quite important, but not every YouTuber probably thinks that because they got a career on YouTube because they're making so much money and that. It's like Morgs, for example. Morgs dropped out of school at age 15 in 2016 because he loved doing YouTube so much and that, and he's made a billionaire off it, basically, And I think there's been I would say there's at least 30 more that I've probably done it that I've searched up on the internet. But let's get into the nitty-gritty about the deep things of me now. Will I be dropping out of school like all the YouTubers have? Or will I stay at school to get my GCSEs? Now, school recently, it does cause me depression sometimes. And it does cause me anxiety going to school sometimes. But, because sometimes there's times where I don't like really hanging out with... I'm really, I just like sitting in front of a camera. I feel like I'd rather sit in front of a camera and do videos towards you guys, I'm not always really for working in group. I can follow orders and stuff like that, I'm good at following orders, but, like, I've never always been one that likes to sit with a bunch of other students, and like to work with them in groups and stuff like that, That's never always been the case for me, I've always wanted to, like, do other things, because I've always been one of my own person, but because school is honestly, I'm not saying you need school, obviously, you need education, don't get the wrong end of the stick, but for school, for me, I've never always liked hanging around with other students, and I have had a lot of anxiety from going to high school in the past, but I've coped well, and I get a lot of support from, and the school actually are quite supportive, to be honest, and quite helpful for me with regards to my anxieties and that, so I'm a fairly decent student, I've done well in school so far, I've not done a bad job in school, I'm a pretty decent student, So yeah, but now let's get on to the GCSEs bit, because this is probably what you've all been waiting for. Now, in my school, they do GCSEs at the end of year 11, and you get practice during the rest of year 11 and a bit in year 10, and they do like these functional skills tests. So it's like you sat on a table and they'll give you like a functional skills test, and then if you get the answer right, you'll get that how many marks you get and that. So yeah, and the teacher will come over and just like give you marks technically in that. To see how you've been doing. However, though, it is different at every school, you know. Like, not every school does that. Some schools just do, like, A's and B's and F's, you know. Some people just do in letters, you know. But for me, it's marks at my school, you know. So, yeah. I don't know why that is, you know. And I'm not telling you which school I go to, because, you know, some of you probably already know from the same school. But I'm not going to tell you, because that's personal. But because I don't want YouTube to monetize me. Yeah, so yeah. But basically, yeah, they do like these functional skills tests and that, you know. And at the end of year 11, they have a proper like test, you know, where you go up. And they give you like these college tastes as well, you know. When you're in year 11, you'll go up to your local college you choose to go to, you know. And the teacher will come with you and give you like college tasters and that, you know. So what it actually is in the college environment. Like, this is what I'm doing at the minute, because I'm obviously going to college in September. You know, I'm leaving school in July. So yeah, because trust me, you know I like doing YouTube, and YouTube is super fun. It's so actually freaking amazing that I get to be myself in front of a camera towards lots of other people. But you know, education is important as well, in my opinion, and this is why I'd never really drop out, because it's so important to get education. If I was to ever wanted to drop out or anything, then I'd probably like homeschool myself. I probably wouldn't leave it there and just do videos to you guys. I'd probably be homeschooled. If I was to ever want to be online, I'd probably like do learning online or something like that, you know. I don't really like doing it online, but if it caused me any more anxiety than that, at least it means I've done school, you know. And then and if I don't like college, then I can just basically go home and then start doing online learning and that, you know. It's super simple at college, you know. So yeah, and then if I ever needed to go back to college for anything, I could just go back and get them, you know. Simple as that. So yeah, but yeah, I am doing some GCSEs just in functional skills and how many marks. I might give an update on the video. Depends really. I can't promise anything, but I can't give certain details right now on how many marks I've got. Maybe you might have to wait for like till at least July yet, or next September, before I reveal my full tests and results, basically. So yeah. But yeah, but in school, you know, to give you an update, I'm a fairly decent student, but I'm not always one for being hanging around and, you know, I'm okay with following orders, you know, and following adult orders. I just ain't really good with and I ain't really a big fan of always working in big groups with other people and that, and other students and that. And I do require the staff member to, if I ever need any help or additional, or if I feel lost or I need certain help, then they get you to put your hand up and you get a staff member to come and help, you know. And it's quite simple. They do come up, you know. They have tried to help me, you know. They're not bad people in that school, and they haven't really done anything wrong. It's just, you know. But I tend to find in most high schools or any other schools that the students really get treated pretty similar, you know. They get treated the exact same topic, you know. And I thought, you know, I actually always thought that students should get like topics different and depending on what level they're on instead of the same, you know. So yeah. And you do get a lot of one thing I forgot to mention. One thing I really don't like about high school is when drama happens. Because in my high school, trust me, there's always a lot of drama that happens. You know, you get a lot of arguing, you get a lot of stress. You know, it's so much damn stress, you know, and anxiety when you have to be there listening to drama, even if it's not you. You know, it's really damn stress. So yeah, but at least I thank God I've got a freaking million, well, not million, but I've got freaking loads of people right now watching this, probably supporting me, you know.
you know. I feel like if I was to go between, would you rather work with the students on the table or do YouTube videos? And my opinion would be, I'd rather actually do YouTube videos and just sit in my room and just post YouTube videos out to hundreds of millions of people, you know, sat here watching this and just basically me be myself on a camera, basically, you know. You know, it's not hard, you know. So yeah, and I've got to say, you know, obviously I'm not saying, no, this does not mean, I'm not telling you, oh, to drop out of school or anything like that, you know, or drop out of college. I would actually be like if you came into college, went to college, because you never know. For me, if my YouTube channel ever got a billionaire and everything, I'd probably drop out of college, to be honest, and just do YouTube videos full time. No offense, but because if I ever became, I'm not a billionaire yet, and I meant if my channel got so growth and popular, you know, I feel like I might as well just use this as my career for my whole life until YouTube ever died out, you know, instead of me attending college, you know. I'm not confirmed, I probably will still attend college, but I meant if this channel ever became a billionaire at one time or became a popular and that, you know. So yeah, basically. Alright. How long have I done this video for now? Let's have a look. 11 minutes. But yeah, it's just, you know, I just wanted to do this video and give you guys like an update on how I'm doing with my GCSEs and that, because I thought you guys might have been asking and that, you know. And you know what? I'm actually not doing bad with my GCSEs right now, you know. I'm a pretty decent student, you know. You know, and hopefully we can have a positive year going up to college and that, you know. Unless there's any time this channel ever be, you know, the only time I'd ever drop out of college or anything like that is if this channel actually blowed up at one time and I got so much like money, like thousands of pounds, for example, you know. Because I'm not being funny, but £1,000 is a lot, you know. If you're going to get that sort of money on YouTube, this is why probably YouTubers have dropped out of school and that, because they want to use this as a career and a chance and an opportunity to get so much money, you know. I'm not being stupid, but that is really the case, you know. So yeah. What else was I going to say? No. But yeah. But to be fair, in school, I used to be quite a happy person and a happy child at school. But since I grew up a lot more and everything, there has been times where I've been quite anxious and been quite depressed and had a lot of anxiety coming to school this last year or so. You know, I think most of my years in that, I've been okay, you know, I've been a pretty decent student, but I feel like going to year 10 and 11, you know, I get a lot more anxious and just a lot more tired, and I feel like I don't learn a lot I haven't learnt much from year 10 and 11, you know, because I feel like I've already learnt my basics and that, you know. So I don't feel like I've done benefit or really learnt loads from year 10 and 11, you know. I've not really benefit from those years very well, but you know what? I might benefit more in college. You never know. You never know what the future could bring. So, yeah. It's just that at the minute I've been coming out of school a lot more sad and just a lot more depressed, you know. But I'm guessing that's anxiety, you know. And I'm getting a lot of support through that, you know. My mum and dad are helping me support this, you know. So to mum and dad watching this, I always say a big thank you to you, you know. You've always been there for me and you're there for me the whole journey. So, yeah. Right. I'm going to end this video there, guys, anyway. You know, I think that's enough of me blobbering on. So, yeah. I hope you enjoy this video. Peace out.